of course, I lost my spot. Yeah, I did. I got more questions than I thought I was gonna get.
Cool.
I don't know why I can't find my questions. Okay, here we go. How long was the show? So Aja, who I went to high school with, asked me this question: how long was the parade? The day feels like it is endless. Like from the time you get to
like
the
it wasn't all
Summerdome.
day, but it was all day.
It's a long. It feels endless until it's over.
And all night.
Yes, it is.
Until
yes.
It ends at some random time. So like, don't
count on the time being what they say.
The whole like American mentality, like you really, if you bring that here, you are just gonna be high blood pressure. You're gonna have a couple strokes.
I did better this year, right?
Yeah. But
last year I cried 4 times before the parade even started.
But like if you expect things to work the way they do at home, it's just not. You're really gonna be in for a whole lot of frustration down here.
Okay, so how long is it? You have to get to the parade. They always recommend 2 hours before, just because you don't know how timing is gonna go. However, from the inicio, I'm not gonna say from the lineup, because the lineup takes a while to get people in their spot. As I told y'all in an earlier video, they were pulling me hither, thither, higgledy-piggledy, just pulling me all over the place.
Like right in front of TV cameras.
TV cameras were literally following me. You remember there was a TV camera guy who was, and every time I would like turn and see the camera, I would like get into like pose mode, and he would stop filming. But when he was trying to catch me in a stressful moment, because they were pulling me like back and forth, like I'm gonna get some in a second. They were pulling me like back and forth, like you're here, stay here, go there, go here. No, and it was just like it was kind of crazy. So the lineup situation is a whole other thing, but from the minute you start the inicio, which is the start line, to the finish line, it's probably 40 minutes.
So you say you felt famous for like 15 minutes?
I felt famous for longer than that.
For longer than that, yeah.
But no, like she asked me how long is it from the start line to the finish line?
You know what? Like the time gets weird. I would say 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 40 minutes.
It's
45
it's a little bit more than 30. It's more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's not an hour.
No. To go from start to finish line of the Sambadrome, which is
I would say
6.
40,
it's almost.
I'll say
4.
I'll say 40 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because there's like a time limit where they get scored.
Yes. So each school has a time limit for which they have to finish the parade under that time. But if you come in too short, it's not bad.
But it goes by fast.
It goes fast.
It goes by because it's so much in your face. It's bright. For me,
he was there, boy, yo. He was on the sidelines wearing this shirt.
But it felt like I was inside of a TV commercial. Like it was really weird. Like it was kind of surreal experience, but that 45 minutes goes by really, really fast.
So like the lineup is longer than the actual parade, that is for sure. So just keep that in mind, that whatever they tell you to get there 2 hours in advance. What is happening outside right now?
No, he's doing some stuff next door.
Okay. So yeah, the lineup is longer than the actual parade, and you have, you're standing there waiting. Make sure that you are hydrated, but that you don't have to pee.
You'll fall out. They pulled during the technical rehearsal.
During the rehearsals, a girl passed out.
They
had the card. She went out on a gurney. So you definitely want to make sure you don't want to be partying.
You're going to be drinking and party, but you're going to do that. You're going to drink and party, but you just got to hydrate somehow.
Yeah, coconut water in between everything.
Down here, you will fall out. Like the heat is different. The humidity is like 100% every day, so you sweat, but it just sits on you because it's so humid. And yeah, you'll fall out messing around down here. Really.
Yeah, if you're not cleaning your cars right.
And they got the ambulance and stuff for you out there. They got all the medical people on standby, but the heat is rough, so you got to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Let me look at these questions again. How did you get all of your gear on? So there is a space called. Edric just pointed at himself. Did y'all see that? So there's a space in what they call the concentration is where you line up. Here's the thing.
They don't tell you where it is.
They don't tell you.
We just knew from last year. They don't tell you. Can I cuss?
Yeah, go ahead and cuss. Go ahead and cuss.
They don't tell you shit, and you figure it out. And I figured it out last year by just running around with her, like
asking questions,
dragging Danielle while she was freaking out and crying and going crazy. That's how I figured out the whole layout, just by running around like crazy last year.
So like what happens, the concentration,
they don't tell you where to go.
They tell you meet at the concentration. The concentration is like a mile long, and they'll tell you the concentration is over here, but what they don't tell you is that the Avenida.
That's basically where the floats line.
Yeah, I was about to say. The Avenida is in the middle here, right? And that's where the stands are, and everybody is watching the parade. The street perpendicular to that. Come on, SAT words, people who study geometry. Perpendicular to that is the concentration, and it is just as long as the Avenida. And the schools are lined up. So if the first school is on this side, the second school is on this side, and they kind of alternate in this way. Nobody will tell you where your school is. Nobody will know.
I honestly think they don't know until they actually get there and decide right at the time.
I don't think they. That's what I'm saying. They know, and they may not know in advance. But even when the schools are lined up, you can ask people. And 90% of them was like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. You know, and
it'll be right there.
And it'll be right in front.
But I'm looking at, I think that's my thing right there.
And they'll say, I don't know. I don't know. So nobody's going to help you, which is why, again, I say.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally.
It's just the way they.
Yeah, but just do your first Carnival as cheaply as you can to learn the lay of the land. Do not do your first Carnival expensively.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. Don't like pay a shitload of money for a beautiful spot and a beautiful costume. Don't do that. Your first Carnival, you need to do that shit cheap so that you can learn how Carnival works, because if you don't, you'll be stressed and crying like I was last year. Yeah, click the wave. Yeah. Hey, Wanda.